Hello friends, welcome to this video. So in this video I will actually show you how to actually make a PowerPoint presentation, a coding presentation with syntax highlighting. You will see we have different paragraphs and we have different controls out there. You can use the keyboard key to navigate to different slides. So I can navigate to the second slide where I show a simple program in Python to add two numbers. So this is a second slide. This was the first slide that add two numbers in Python, step by step walk you through. So you can see it also have a syntax highlighting using highlight.js, and we are using Reveal.js, which is actually a JavaScript open source library to make PowerPoint presentation which have multiple slides with the different animations. So this is a step 2 to add the numbers a plus b, and then we have the print result in order to print the result in Python. So if you want to see the full code, this is actually the complete code, and we show this inside the syntax highlighting. You can see that these are different. I will show you how to build this presentation step by step using a framework called as Reveal.js, which is actually an open source library in Python, in JavaScript. Reveal.js, so it's a HTML presentation framework. It also has its own editor as well. If you don't want to do coding, it has its own editor as well, which is slides.com. So you can build out beautiful presentations right in the browser itself. It do cost a little bit if you want to purchase the pro version, but I will show you the free way how you can do it programmatically using Reveal.js. So I will simply delete everything and write it from scratch. And how to get started, so just create a simple index.html file and just change the title Reveal.js example. So I will show you very simple example. So first of all, you need to include the CDN for the Reveal.js CSS. So just after the title, paste all these CDN links. So it is actually including the base styles of Reveal CSS that you see, and it has various themes out there. We are using the beige theme, beige.css. It has various themes as well. So we included the CDN. So the all the source code which is used in this tutorial is given in the description of the video. And also we need to include, for the syntax highlighting, we are actually using a third-party package which is called as highlight.js. So for that also we need to include the CSS file for that. So if you want to see highlight.js, so we are using this package for actually highlighting the source code. This is actually the library. Then we need to write some HTML div, and inside Reveal.js we have a class called as Reveal. Inside this we can have various slides in the HTML presentation. So it is basically, we need to give it a class. This needs to be constant. So we need to give, if you want to make a slide, we need to give this built-in class of Reveal.js, which is slides in the HTML. So presentation consists of various slides. So this first slide will have a section which will actually contain a paragraph which will say add two numbers in Python, and the second thing will be a simple paragraph which will say step by step walk through. So if you now try to open this and see it in the browser, it will look something like this. We do need to include the JavaScript part as well if you want to see the presentation as well. So we do need to include the script tag for the Reveal.js. Just after the body, paste the CDN for Reveal. This is the actual JavaScript code for integrating Reveal.js, and also similarly we also need to include the script tag for highlight.js as well for syntax highlighting. So now in the custom JavaScript, if you want to see the presentation, we need to first of all initialize Reveal.js. So for that we do have a initialize function that this base library has. Inside this, we will basically pass some object which will actually contain various properties. So if you want to center your presentation, so set the center option to true, hash also to true. The third option is the transition, the animation style. You can choose, it has various options. You can use slide, fade, convex, zoom animations as well. So by default slide is chosen, and then that's all. If you now initialize it, you will now see this animation. This is actually the first slide. That's why you are not seeing any sort of controls on the right hand side. This is actual first slide. Add two numbers in Python, step by step walk you through. So similarly, we can add some more slides inside the presentation. We will actually have the second slide for this. So each slide is consistent of this section tag. Now we can define a second slide. I can just write anything right here. I can say this is the second slide. So now what happens, you actually see this arrow option right here. If you see, we see this arrow, and now we can navigate to the second slide. If I click this is actually the second slide. You can navigate back and forth by using the keyboard keys as well. So this is really useful, guys, if you are working in a company, if you are working in a college, if you want to make a quick little presentation, you can make it using Reveal.js in JavaScript. This is actually the step-by-step initialization part, how to initialize it. And now it becomes very easy to actually make a presentation with syntax highlighting as well. So now instead of this H1, what we can do, we can have you can say step 1. First of all, to define the numbers, and now we'll be using the pre tag in order to have the code tag. So we'll be giving a class to it of highlight.js class, which is Python HLJS. So here we'll be writing our simple code. A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 3, and we will actually close the code tag. So if you see refresh, if I navigate to the second slide, you will see A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3. So now the code is there. So it also supports various themes, guys. Reveal.js, instead of using beige theme, you can even change it to black as well. If you change it to black CSS, now it actually have the black theme. So it supports various themes in Reveal.js. You can read the documentation, which actually has various themes that you can support. Solarized, let me just show you some more ones. Solarized, so this has different flavors to it. So you can see this is a Solarized theme. Then we also have the night theme as well, night.css. So now the font will also change alongside with the colors, and as well you can see the fonts has also been changed. So depending upon whichever theme that you like, you can change this to night.css, beige css, all that stuff. So now we have this. Now we can define another section. This time this will be the third slide, and here we actually show to step 2, we need to add the numbers. So now for adding it, again we'll be using the code tag. So give it a class of Python HLJS. So we have result is equal to a plus. So you can see result is equal to You can see the URL parameter also changes like this when you navigate to the first slide. And I think if you see, the highlighting is not working. You can see the highlighting is not working. This is because we do need to initialize highlight.js in the JavaScript as well. So right here, after you initialize Reveal.js, there is a simple line of code that you need to write, HL.js, and we need to call a function called as highlight all. This is a function you need to call, and after you write this line of code, if you refresh your application, you can see actually the highlighting is done properly. So what I can do, I can change the theme to beige. So you can see A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3. And now we can actually make another slide, and this time we will actually show the complete code to the user. You can take any example, JavaScript code as well. So there is no limitation that you can even only highlight.js supports multiple languages, PHP, JavaScript, Java, every language it supports. You can check out the documentation as well. This contains the full code. A is equal to 5, B is equal to 3, result is equal to A plus B. So now you can see that. So you can see the syntax highlighting is also there with different colors. This is actually a Python code, and it contains 4 slides. This is the fourth one, third, the second slide. So in this way, you can actually make a PowerPoint presentation right inside your browser without using to use Microsoft PowerPoint or any other additional software. So you can see how much code is it. So you can actually modify this to actually suit your requirement, whichever slides you are using. You can even embed images as well. So let's suppose if you do have images, you can also embed images right here as well alongside with the text as well. So it supports multiple animations. If you visit Reveal.js, the documentation is pretty great, and they show step by step. So if you do need to research more about it, you can check out the documentation. And thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you in the next one.